Hello and welcome back to another video. So I've got a 2017 Chevrolet Bolt EV here, and I have some kayaks that I want to put on top of it. Now this is the Premier trim, so it's got the rails here already, and I've been looking for the cross part for the roof rack online, and I've seen most of them are just two bolts here and two there, and then just like a bar going across. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of angle iron at each of these, and they're I can't remember what it was, hold on a second, 4 3/4 inches apart. So I'm just gonna cut some angle iron, cut some wood, and that's gonna be my roof rack. And then I'm just gonna figure out a way to put the kayaks on there. If you haven't seen my, I think it's a short actually, but I made kayak like wheels. No more carrying your kayak, now you can pull it. You strap it to the bottom of the kayak and you can like pull it along. Yeah, I guess this is like basically a kind of a version of that, but bigger wheels on the bottom. So first up we need the angle iron, which I don't have, so I'm gonna steal from the box that this shelter came in. I think that'll work all right. It's already painted, so you don't gotta worry too much about rust and stuff, but I think that'll work good. So I'm gonna take that and then I'll go and find some pallets to get the wood from. See this bed frame here? Between the ends of it, there's some wood. So, you know, that was the closest wood that I could think of without having to walk 3 times the distance to over there. And then I have to take a pallet apart on top of that. So anyways, I got my wood here. I could even reuse these screws if I wanted to, but I don't think we're gonna. And now, so the inside of the rails is 37 inches. So I don't know how long, if I want it to stick out maybe 4 inches on each side. I'm not really sure. Might have to look at actual roof racks, like what kind of measurements they use. But for now, I'm just gonna drill some holes in these that will line up with the roof rack mount holes, and then so that these can be on there. And then I think I'm gonna measure afterwards. And then I don't know if I have screws actually that will go, so I'll probably do like 3 screws, maybe 2, I don't know, we'll see. But some amount of screws to hold this to this on each end like that, so that it's like something like this. And actually if I have that overhang, it'll look more like this on top of the car. And then I'll probably, because I don't really plan on using these a whole lot, I'll probably just spray paint these black quick, just so they don't look too redneck. Actually, maybe I'll leave it, because you know, it's an electric vehicle after all, so you gotta kind of tone it down. Like, hey, you know, I'm driving this efficient vehicle, but you know, times are tough, you know, so that's why I'm driving the electric vehicles, because electricity is cheaper than gas, and I'm not driving it because, yeah, you know. So what's going on here? Okay. Yeah, so I'll drill some holes, and yeah, 4 1/2 inches, nope, 4 1/4, 4 3/4, yeah, 4 3/4 inches apart. There, can you kind of smell what I'm stepping in now? Because, you know, basically, I'll ignore that one and that one. A couple of them I had to drill twice because I didn't measure how far away from here it was, and then yeah, whatever, it didn't fit, more of the story. So I'm gonna do that on both sides, and I still didn't determine. That's a little way too much. I don't know if this board is bowed. Kind of a little close to the, maybe a problem for another time, but I think I'm gonna do like maybe like that, because, you know, I don't know. I think that looks good. I mean, not good, but I think it looks. I'm gonna measure how long I want it, cut the board, and then I'm gonna fix them all to the boards, which I don't know, there's like a gap here, because these things aren't perfectly straight up and down. They're kind of slanted like that, if that makes sense. But I'm sure it'll, you know, kind of fix itself, whatever. Yeah, that's where we're at. One down, one to go. Got a little sawdust up here because I cut this one off while I was up on here, so I knew exactly how far 3 inches was, because I didn't know if I was gonna have to move that or not. But I should have trusted myself, you know, I measured perfectly. That's, you know, it didn't really cause any problems with it being slanted like that. If anything, it just helps this board come up off the roof a little bit, but got it tightened down to the specs of the manufacturer, which is me, so, you know, I just made it up. But that's looking actually not as ridiculous as I thought it was going to. You know, I don't know, I might get a pallet or something on there and just a true roof rack. But yeah, so one more. So I basically just made a replica of the one in the back, and I was unaware that the distance between that side and this side on the front is like 37 and 3, but on the back it's just about 36. So by copying this, that posed problems on the front, because now it's you know, not good enough, because you know, but the boards themselves are the same length. So if I just move these both over enough to fit, then it won't look completely ridiculous, which I wasn't really trying to avoid anyways, looking ridiculous, but you know, I just don't want it to look wonky ridiculous. So yeah. All right, so there we have the base. A couple things that I'm a little worried about is these puncturing the kayaks, which I don't think will happen. They should be more in the middle. Oh, there's a puddle there. And I don't know, which, speaking of the kayaks, brings me to the next, you know, part of this project here. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna support the kayaks. I think I wanna do like something in the middle, obviously, for them to like rest one on each side up against, but I don't know what that's gonna look like yet. I wasn't really sure if I was even gonna do this. Ah, the mosquitoes coming out. Oh, hey, how's it going? So yeah, this is what we have, and I'm thinking with this being an EV and all, the efficiency is one of like the main things people have in mind, and I'm really hoping it doesn't hinder that too much. You know, I've never tried to throw a board down the road at 60 miles an hour, so I don't know how well they travel. I don't know, we'll see, I guess. But yeah, so next up is going to be figuring out what to do for the middle part in the kayak. I could do like maybe a triangle of some sort too, because triangles are pretty strong, and they kind of would follow the curvature of the bottom of the kayak. Well, I'd probably have them bottoms up actually. But yeah, that's going to be another day because it's getting dark out. Cotton candies in the sky, mosquitoes are coming out, and so I have to leave in like 2 hours. Still have to finish the kayak thing, and I want to charge the car a little bit. Finally got my level 2 charger here. I already have the wires ran and stuff, so I'm gonna hook that up and charge it for like the hour and a half that I have. So yeah, all right, so I made it work. Might not be up to code, but we don't have to tell anyone about that. But yeah, she's charging 7.7 kilowatts. Yeah, it took about a half hour. So now it's onto the roof rack. I got some wood already. I test fit the kayaks and almost got stung by bees and stuff. Part of the journey though. So I got wood. These are gonna be the braces for the side. I didn't cut them yet. They happen to be angled already, but I'm gonna cut them in half and be bracing the center part, which I'm gonna make out of this broken board. And if I was smart, I would have measured the kayak, but I think what I'm gonna do is just cut it off at this part and then just cut them the same length. And then I'm gonna put those right in the middle on these guys. Screw them down with, I think I have 3-inch screws somewhere. Those are 2.5, but then I'm gonna use this as bracing. And I'm thinking that'll be sturdy enough, hopefully. If not, then I guess I'll be going back to pick up kayaks to fly off. All right, so you know, it's not much, but it's honest work. I was in a hurry, so it's like very ugly, not just kind of pretty ugly. And oh geez, it's not even the same length, but that's all right, you know, it makes it homemade. But now gotta go see if the kayaks fit on here. They're a little, not the most sturdy. Probably can't see that on camera because I'm shaking with it, but I don't know, they're not really gonna be holding the kayaks on. They're more gonna be supporting them up, and then the kayaks themselves are gonna be tied to these more. So as long as these, something's loose here, but as long as these don't come off, we should be good. But I'm gonna grab a wrench and tighten that back up. All right, well, they're up there. They seem not the most sturdy, but I might stop and get another strap to go all the way around and then through the cab, just so I know that it won't go anywhere. Because these, I should use bigger washers, but I don't feel like messing with it right now. I gotta leave in like 15 minutes, but I didn't even pack yet, holy cow. Anyway, so these seem to be like pushing through and just loosening up. So I think I'm gonna get another strap, put it all the way around. And I was thinking about cutting the tops off, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. And yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes, and I'll report back once we get there, or on the side of the road with these in the ditch, but hopefully not. All right, well, back from cabining. The roof rack worked very well. You know, it did its job and stuff, but this old girl, you know, she just horrible efficiency with those up there. It was getting like, I don't know what I calculated, probably like 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And normally it gets like 3.5. So I do a lot of, yeah, whatever. But so, yep. That's my story. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked it, check out some of my other videos. Click the like button, subscribe if you want. And yeah, toodles.